I'm here with Hannah.
Hello.
She's a person. What's your channel called?
YouTube.com/Hannah Witten.
We today are going to talk about sex education. We're going to educate sex and...
Or sexucate Ed.
Don't do that. Who's Ed? When you want to make a cocktail, you put the lime and the coconut, you mix it all up. And when you want to make a baby, you do the same thing. And that's sex education. I'm gonna ask Hannah some questions. I've only written 3, but
It's a good start.
yeah, we're gonna make a video out of that. Good luck to us. Is there anything that really stands out in your mind when you think about how you were taught sex education at school?
A video of cartoons and like I genuinely don't know if this is real or not, or if
Just one of those weird memories.
Yeah, because memories are strange. But my memory of this video is like black and white sketch style cartoons, and it was like a naked boy and a naked girl, and they started like masturbating each other. What's the word for like mutual masturbation?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Tossing each other off. I think they'd like just got out of the shower, and so they started like touching each other. And then I remember at one point the girl like got on an exercise bike and enjoyed it.
Sexy.
Yeah, she was like cycling away naked after getting out of the shower on an exercise bike, and then was like, ooh, it feels good, and then proceeded to masturbate.
I feel like I remember a sex education video that had... No, there was a book. There was a book that had people having sex on a space hopper.
I want to try that.
It's called Mummy Laid an Egg. It is a great book. That was like the sex education book that I had when I was like a really young kid. Because obviously it's not really sex education, it's just kind of
Like reproductive.
the basics, yeah, it's reproductive stuff. One of my really clear memories is that after we had a sex education lesson, I had a huge fight with this girl who was my best friend at the time, because I said that when you have a period, the egg comes out. And she was like, I think I would know if I laid an egg every month. We hadn't started our periods yet. We were young, but we ended up having a huge screaming row. Like she was like, the egg doesn't come out. And I was like, it does, the egg comes out. What was sex education like generally at your school? Do you feel like you were prepared for the world of sex?
It was good in comparison to like what other people go through. Like the nurse came into our PHSE class and went through all of the different types of contraception.
They had actual models of penises that were called like Rick the Dick and Rob the Knob and
What was
stuff.
the vaginas called?
They didn't have any vaginas.
Oh.
That's what annoyed me, because it was an all-girls school and they had models of penises just to be like, here is how you service a penis.
But they didn't tell you how to service yourself.
They didn't tell you how to service a vagina.
We got shown loads of really graphic photos of the extreme end of STDs. Now that I've learned more about STDs and like sex positive education, like that is sex negative education.
That's
where they're
horrible.
Like, if you have that kind of education, then if one of your mates gets chlamydia, you're like, ew, you're disgusting. It's like, no, they're not. It's like they just got
It's just the
chlamydia.
chlamyds, guys.
They just, what's it called? Oh no, that's the clap. That's gonorrhea.
Just give them little nicknames. Chlamyds. It's just chlamyds. It's just gons. Just a bit of gons. And it makes you wonder why they let them take those pictures. It's like, look at you're having a hard time. Can I take a picture of your fungus?
There was lots of stuff about no means no, and if you don't want to have sex with your boyfriend, you can say no to him. But that was very much aimed at girls.
Everything we had was completely heteronormative. We didn't have anything that wasn't about straight couples. It was all about straight sex. I still don't even know what a lesbian is.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, we'll never know. It's like the bottom of the ocean, at the deepest, darkest points of the ocean, they don't know what's down there. And they'll never know, and that's the same with lesbians. We will never know what lesbians really are. What one thing specifically do you wish you'd been taught that you weren't taught? Because for me it's definitely like consent education and stuff about manipulation and relationships, because we weren't really taught about relationships as much. It was just like, don't feel pressured into sex, but that was kind of it. But they didn't talk about the intricacies of like what form pressure can take and abusive relationships, anything like that.
What she said.
Same thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I was taught some sex education in primary school where they divided the boys and girls, which is kind of weird that they divide the boys and girls. I mean, I understand that there maybe are some things that girls will feel comfortable about and boys will feel comfortable about away from each other, but then you should also watch the other materials. I still don't know about penises. What are they? Where do they come from?
Also, the bottom of the ocean.
Bottom of the ocean.
Bottom of the
Like a
ocean.
sea cucumber. What? I feel like we weren't taught enough about like female sexuality and our own bodies, because it was just kind of like, you're gonna have periods, you might have babies, you'll have some sex. I've met lots of people who are like our age or a bit younger who have no idea about their own anatomy and like have never looked and also have never been told.
Yeah.
They just don't know anything
Oh my
about
God.
what's going on down there.
God.
One of the main things that lots of people my age have said they don't know. They don't know that how many holes there are down
There's
there.
the pee hole, there's the JJ hole,
The vagine.
the vagine, the vagin, and then your butthole.
Yeah.
And then the clitoris is at the top, so the clitoris is not a hole.
3 holes
It's a button.
and a hat. This probably wasn't that helpful, but basically the point of it, the reason I wanted us to make this video is that I feel like sex education is kind of failing people, or at least failed me and our generation. I don't know if it's still failing people. Let us know in the comments what sex education is like at your school and if you feel like it's helpful, or if you're out of school. Most of my subscribers are our age. What it was like at school.
Also, we hope this encourages you just to talk to your friends and subscribe to me.
Subscribe to Hannah, she talks about sex all the time. People on my channel are gonna be like, what the fuck, you said periods and clitoris? And
Really? Are they like that?
no, they're great. They're not actually gonna be like that. They're just gonna be a bit confused. They're gonna be like, last week you made a video that was like a list and you made jokes about the Kardashians, and this week you threw vaginas at us.
Have it.
Literally threw her vagina at you. Hannah Witten, everybody. We made a video about porn, which will be on Hannah's channel if she can salvage anything from the terrible, terrible footage. So go and check that out. I was talking on Twitter the other day about how much I love myself. As per usual, am I right? I'm right. And a few people asked me how I got to a place where I'm happy with myself.